Hello dear friends. So welcome back in this video lecture series. Dear friends, today we are going to start our new lesson, new chapter, and that is oxygen group. This is chapter number 6 from our section 2nd of inorganic chemistry, and we know that the oxygen group elements, that is 16 group elements, they are consisting of 5 elements, and these are oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. Okay. In short, you can memorize it as OSCETPO. Okay. The short form of all these elements are OSCETPO. Okay. So, all these elements are present in this oxygen group, that is group number 16. Okay. Now, what are the electronic configuration, what are the trends in periodic properties of these elements, that are all we have studied up to BSc. Okay. Now, in our PG level we have to study some typical properties of these elements and some typical topics, important topics that we have to study here. Okay. So, first topic is metal selenides and metal tellurides. Metal selenides and metal tellurides. Okay. So, the selenium element and tellurium element in this group 16 element, they are forming metal selenides and tellurides when they are interacted, when they are reacted with metals directly in presence of liquid ammonia. Okay. So, liquid ammonia is the solvent in this case, and when these selenium and tellurium are reacted or they are treated with corresponding metals, corresponding elements, then they are forming that metal selenides and metal tellurides. Okay. And the reaction medium is liquid ammonia. Okay. For example, here lithium metal, which is a first group element. Okay. When it reacts with selenium element and in presence of liquid ammonia, it is giving lithium selenide. Okay. In the same way, sodium is reacted with selenium, it is giving sodium selenide. Okay. So, in these cases, these are the compounds called as metal selenide. So, this is lithium selenide, this is sodium selenide, in which this lithium and sodium or this magnesium are the metals. These are alkali or alkaline earth metals from group number 1 or 2. Okay. These are strongly showing metallic properties, and they are having bonding or they are forming a compounds with the non-metals such as selenium and tellurium. Okay. So, that is why these compounds are known as metal selenides and metal tellurides. Okay. Similarly, when this magnesium group number 2 elements, okay, reacts with tellurium in presence of liquid ammonia as a solvent, it is forming magnesium telluride. Okay. But these metal selenides and metal tellurides are very susceptible, they are very weakly oxidized, they are oxidized easily by the air oxidation. In presence of air, they can be oxidized to give the corresponding metals. Okay. So, the magnesium telluride, when it is air oxidized, when it is exposed to air, then it is giving corresponding metal, that is magnesium metal is formed. Okay. Now, out of these different metal selenides and tellurides, the lower metals such as group number 1 and 2 metals, metal selenides such as lithium, sodium and potassium metal selenides, they are existing in the anti-fluoride structure. They are existing in the anti-fluoride structure. Okay. This is a part of solid state chemistry that we are not considering here. Okay. But remember, these types of questions may be asked in your MCQ type of questions in your examination. Okay. So, metal selenides and tellurides of lower elements or lower metals such as lithium, sodium and potassium, they are forming or they are existing in the anti-fluoride structure. Okay. But the higher elements, these selenides and tellurides with higher elements, they are forming a rock salt structure. Okay. And the D block elements or the D block metals with this selenium and tellurium, they are actually non-stoichiometric, means there is no 1:1 or 1:2 or 2:1 stoichiometry is not present, but in between. So, they may be present in fractional ratio. Okay. For example, the two examples are given here. So, Ti2Se, that is dititanium selenium and trititanium selenium. Okay. In this case, actually this titanium 2 and titanium 3 means they are not exactly in the proportion of 2:1 or 3:1, but they are present in approximately. They are present in approximately means we can say that titanium may be present in 1.9 as to selenium 1. Okay. So, this is the ratio 1.9 as to selenium 1. So, approximately it is considered as a titanium 2, okay, or it may be like titanium 2.8 as to selenium 1, okay, but this is not. So, that is why we call them as a non-stoichiometric metal selenides and tellurides with d block metals can be formed. Okay. So, this is all about this metal selenides and tellurides. Now, the next point is ring, cage and cluster compounds. Ring compounds, cage compounds and cluster compounds of these p block elements, and generally mainly we are focusing on these sulfur, selenium and tellurium, okay, which are belonging to this oxygen group or 16 group element. So, these p block elements generally from 16 group elements, they are forming is ring, chain or cage like structures having sulfur and sulfur nitrogen bonds in case of sulfides and nitrides. Okay. Sulfides and nitrides, they are mainly consisting of SS and SN bonds, SS and SN bonds. We have studied already, we have studied this nitrides, sulfur nitrides we have already studied. In the SS bonds containing compounds are called as sulfides, whereas SN compounds are called as nitrides. Okay. The selenium and tellurium, they are also forming polycations and polyanions such as sulfides, okay, and we have to see these structures in two categories such as polyanions and polycations. So, let us start with polyanions. Poly means many, means when the same element, when they are bonding to each other, they are forming a chain or ring like structure and they are existing in polyanionic species. So, more than one negatively charged species are known as polyanions. Okay. So, that is why these, for example, let us see polysulfides. So, what are these polysulfides? Polysulfides means these compounds or these anions are having sulfur anions having more than 2 sulfur atoms linked together and they are having negatively charged species. Okay. For example, these polysulfide ions, they are containing SN2 minus ions, SN2 minus ions, where the value of N is from 2 to 6, value of N is from 2 to 6, that is it may be S2 2 minus, S3 2 minus, S4 2 minus, S5 2 minus and S6 2 minus. Okay. So, the value N is lies between 2 to 6. Okay. So, these ions we called it as a sulfide ions or polysulfide ions. Okay. For example, Na2S2, the structure will be like this: NaS single bond S, there is a single bond between two sulfur atoms, and at the two ends of the sulfur atoms these sodium cations are present. Okay. And in this Na2S2, this S2 is existing in the form of S2 2 minus, it is existing in the form of S2 2 minus. Okay. And this di-negative charge is neutralized by the 2 sodium atoms. Okay. Na2 plus. Okay. Na2 2 plus. Okay. So, this is the second example, BaS2. Okay. So, this is the structure SS single bond and both of these sulfur atoms are joined by a barium atom. Okay. So, this is Na2S2 and this is BaS2. Then second type of polysulfide ion is S3 2 minus, it is consisting of 3 sulfur atoms linked together and in all they are having di negative charge, okay, S3 2 minus. The structure will be like this. So 1 2 3 S3 and overall charge is 2 minus, S3 2 minus charges, okay. Then the structure of S4 2 minus, it will be like this, S4 2 minus 1 2 3 and 4, 1 2 3 4, and it is having 2 minus charge. In the similar way, the S6 S6 2 minus, okay, the structure will be like this, S 1 2 3 4 5 and this is 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and the overall charge on this S6 is having 2 minus. So, all these are polysulfide anions, okay, and the overall negative charge or the resultant negative charge in all these polysulfide ions is 2 minus, okay. When these polysulfide ions, they are reacting with cations, and then they are forming a ring, cage or cluster type of sulfides, okay. Then these sulfide ions can be act as ligands. These sulfide ions can be act as ligands, means they can form complexes with d block elements, okay. Generally we know that the transition elements are very having dominance in forming the transition metal complexes, okay. So, molybdenum is the example. So, in this compound MO2 S2 6 2 minus, this is the structure of a complex, it is an anionic complex, okay, and in this complex this S2 2 minus ion are acting as ligands and they are present as a side bonding, okay. The structure of this MO2 S2 6 2 minus will be like this. So, 2 molybdenum atoms, okay. So, first of all we will see the side bonding of this S, okay. So, S2 they are existing as a ligand to this central metal molybdenum, okay. Then this is second bond. In the similar way to this molybdenum, these side bonding sulfide ligands are existing like this, sulfide, sulfur, sulfur, okay. So, there are S2 6 means 6 units of S2 2 minus ions are there, okay. 1 2 3 4 units and the remaining 2 are existing as a like a bridge, okay. Okay. So, this is one bridge and the second bridge is like this, S to this molybdenum and there is a bonding between these 2 sulfur and these 2 sulfur also, okay. So, this is the structure of MO2 S2 6 2 minus, okay. This is a anionic complex and the resultant negative charge present on this anionic complex is 2 minus, okay. In what we have taken in this example, why we have taken, because in this example this is a complex and in this S2 2 minus units are acting as a ligands and they are present in a side bonding, okay. Then these are, we have studied all about these polysulfides. Then polyselenides and polytellurides, okay. So, polyselenides and polytellurides can be studied in this way, in this section, okay. And in this selenium 9 2 minus, okay. So, selenium in which 9 selenium atoms are linked together with di-negative charge, they are present like a chain, compounds, okay. But the higher species of this selenium such as selenium 11, 2 minus and so on remaining greater than 9 atoms when they are linked together to each other. For example, selenium 11 2 minus, they are existing as a ring, they are existing as a ring compounds. Okay. For example, we have to study the structure of this Se11 2 minus. Okay. So, what is the structure of that Se11 2 minus, that we have to see. Okay. Here one selenium atom is present at the center, and it has a square planar geometry. It has a square planar geometry to the two 6-membered rings, okay, and all these rings are made up of only selenium atoms. Selenium. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and this is the structure of Se11 2 minus. Okay, so 6 are there. So this selenium is common to both of these rings. Okay, so on this side we have to write 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 is remaining, that is selenium. Okay. So this is one 6-membered ring and this is another 6-membered ring. One selenium atom is common to both of these rings, and look at the geometry. It is exactly square planar with this central selenium atom. Okay, 90-degree bond angle is there. Okay, so this is the structure of Se11. Total number of selenium atoms are 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the resultant charge is 2 minus. Okay, so this is the structure of polyselenide anion Se11 2 minus. Okay, and the next structure of tellurides that we have to see here, polytelluride ions. For example, the example is Te7 2 minus, Te7 2 minus. Okay, this Te7 2 minus is like that, central tellurium, one, two, three, 4. So remaining 3 are like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the resultant charge is 2 minus, Te7 2 minus. Then the next one is Te at 2 minus, Te at 2 minus. All these structures are important from the exam point of view. These all structures are important. In your examination, these structures have been asked to write or to draw the structures of any type of compound. Okay, so 8 tellurium atoms are there. So that is why one is 5-membered and another is 3-membered ring. Okay, with one central tellurium atom. Okay, Te, and this is also Te, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and only 3 will be remain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the resultant charge is 2 minus. Okay. So this is structure of Te at 2 minus. Then we have to study some polycations. So all these structures that we have drawn and studied here, all are polyanions. Now the remaining part is polycations. So polycations means these are structures or ions having more than one sulfur, selenium or tellurium elements joined together by covalent bonds, and they are having resultant positive charge. So that is why they are called as polycations. Polycations. Okay. And such polycations are given in our syllabus. For example, first one is acet 2 plus, acet 2 plus. Okay. So, octasulfur dication. So, first of all we will see how this acet 2 plus cation polycation will be formed. Okay. So, this formation is given. So, when acet, we know that elemental sulfur is existing in a crown structure. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the structure, crown structure of this acet. We know that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the crown structure of this acet, and elemental sulfur is existing in this crown acet molecule. Okay. And this acet, when it is treated with arsenic pentafluoride, AsF5, okay, in liquid SO2, in liquid SO2 as a solvent, okay, you will get acet, you will get acet AS F6 twice, okay, 5 into 2 10 fluorine are there, okay. So, 6 into 2 12, so remaining are 3. So, 1 arsenic and 3 fluorine atoms are remaining. So, this is the compound formed by the reaction of this acet with AsF5, okay. And in this compound, this acet is existing in dication, this acet is existing in dication, and this AsF5 is existing in dianion, okay. So, that is why in this compound this acet is existing in dicationic form, okay. So, structure of this acet will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, this is the structure of acet 2 plus cation. This is the structure of acet 2 plus cation, and the another dication of polycation is selenium 4 plus, selenium 4 plus. Okay. So, the preparation is given: strong oxidizing agent and strong peroxide, strong oxidizing agent such as peroxide, and that peroxide is S2O6F2 is required. It is strong oxidizing agent, and a strong acid is also required, that is SO3F, SO3F. HSO3F is required, it is a strong acid. Okay. And in this case, this selenium atom, when it is treated with this S2O6F2 in presence of HSO3F. So, this is strong acid and this is strong oxidizing agent. So, in this condition, this Se4 plus cation, selenium tetraselenium cation will be dication will be formed. Okay. It is also in dication form. Okay. The structure will be very simple: selenium, another selenium, selenium, okay, and it is in dipositive cation. Okay. So, this is the structure of tetraselenium dication. Okay. So, this is all about the metaselenides, tellurides, then ring, cluster and cage compounds of group 16 element, that is oxygen group elements. Okay. So, thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.